we're doing the podcast.
Oh, no.
Hey, how are you doing?
Jump scared.
This is a little bit of an overview of everything I got.
Literally died. I had to rush home because I have a podcast interview, and this is the way I look. Right now, I have to get ready to have this like little interview podcast situation. I'm gonna do the road glazing milk. I took like a quick like body shower because there was no way I could like wash my hair and have time. So I'd have to like blow dry it or something. Definitely do not have time for that. Let's do color corrector. I don't know what's going on. My skin is like freaking out. The rosacea is everywhere. When I say everywhere, like everywhere. I'm just like, what did I do? What did I do? I never know. Just gonna put a color corrector under my eye, right there. And then we're gonna go with concealer. I go with the light one, usually here, 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 here. And then I let that kind of in there for a minute. And then I go with my regular color concealer that I'm definitely running out of. And I put that more all over. I like to put this one here and then it'll blend with the little one. Next, brush. I'll start everywhere but on my under eyes because I just want to give it as much time as I can, even if it's just a couple seconds. And then I'm just gonna brush it, and then I'm gonna do my under eyes. So I try to mix it right here, right there, and then I kind of start just like, there we go, the big difference. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna do Huda Beauty. Before I do Huda Beauty, I'm going to do Patrick Ta. I use the She's Flush one. I use the cream, and then I put this area right here. Then I go with the Huda Beauty, and this adds a lot of like brightness. I used to use the MAC foundation powder, but to be honest, like I feel like I apply this and I don't need to use like a setting spray, so I love this thing, and I feel like it just really gives me brightness where I need it. And now we're just gonna, I like to apply it on this area so it gives me a little bit more of a snatched kind of look. Perfect. Then I'm gonna do bronzer. I use Huda Beauty. Again, I really concentrated like right here, and then I'll kind of tap it everywhere else. I use a little bit under here. Then I go back with the same brush and I go in with House Labs highlighter. I use the pinky one. Again, I apply that. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So good. I've used this literally like since I was in high school, and I don't think I'll ever stop using it, at least not for now. Then I go for the darkest one, and I usually really focus it at the bottom, like I'm kind of make a line at the bottom of my lashes of my eyebrows, and then I do the same on the other side, just a straight line right under it, almost like defining the brow a little bit better. Kind of fuck that up, but I do kind of cover the end of the brow. Now that I look actually insane, I grab my finger and I brush that up. This is the same thing I do on the other side, and I feel like it really helps like the color nicely up, and then it really like, I don't even know what to call it, like it just really makes it a bit more defined. This fluffy brush to take everything out or just kind of like blend it in. We're gonna go with the Makeup by Mario palettes. I think I'm gonna go for the Ethereal Eyes one. Know what it looks like. And then what I like to do is I grab that regular color, I put it all over my lid, and that's like, I love doing this because it really brightens up my eyes. Once I have like on, I think it looks really, really good. I kind of also do it at the bottom of my eye, and then I'm gonna grab another brush like this one, and I'm gonna go with this like color today just to add a little bit of contrast in there, but still kind of keeping it cool toned, kind of like that. So we're almost done. I'm gonna do mascara, Dior Show, and lash extender. So makeup is done. I'm just gonna be putting a little bit of like lip balm on, and I'm gonna be heading to the office so I can get things ready. I had a protein shake because I feel like I'm gonna have lunch with my sister and my niece. We are going to get things ready. I think I'm gonna sit here with my blanket. Okay, we have figured things out. We're doing the podcast. I think I'm just gonna hold it.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing? So we are done with the interview, and now I'm gonna spend some time with my sister and my niece, and then maybe I'll hang out with my friends later. But I think I'm going to, but I have a couple things that I need to work on today, so hopefully I get to do that tonight, because it would be like the last day I have to do it. So hopefully I'm able to get to that. The elevator is not working. Well, it's not working. They're using it, which is like not good.
Hey, Adi!
Guys, I came back home and I am working. So I'm gonna finish up some work. I grabbed some food with my sister. I got some iced tea, exactly what I needed for tonight. And now I have to lock in and do some voiceovers. So jump scare. Today is one of the first times ever that I'm hanging out with like local influencers. So this is pretty exciting. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know why. I still have my humidifier on and like I have congestion on my chest again. I'm just gonna blow dry my hair because it looks kind of crazy from going to sleep with it wet. So this is like not my best work. I'm just trying to tame my hair a little bit. The worst part is that like she's already there, but I don't live far away from it, so I usually, and like they don't open the doors until like it's about to be class, so then it's kind of pointless to get there. It's just I don't have a car. I don't want to assume that I just like get in her car while we wait, so I'm just going to probably get there like 5 minutes before the class starts. Perfect. I think that's great. Hi guys, so I changed to comfier clothes. Today I basically went to Pilates with a content creator. Her name is Mallory. I'm gonna leave her stuff right here if you want to go follow her. She's like a creator in Atlanta if you want to check her out. She was the sweetest ever. We met at an event and she was like, we should do like a class together, and I was telling her how much I love the daily Pilates here in Atlanta. So we hung out for a while, we talked for hours, and then afterwards I went to Target. But this is a little bit of an overview of everything I got. We got some protein bars that I love. These two are my favorite. I also got some chocolate. I got a lot of like gathering kind of things because now my friends are out of college, so I think this summer we're gonna be hanging out a lot. I got some oat milk. I got a lot of tuna that I'm gonna be putting in my fridge this time. I got some bread. These Canelina Crunch. You need to see this. 10 grams of protein, good source of fiber. What is a good source of fiber? I don't know. 5 grams of fiber? Question mark? Anyway, these are so good. They taste like just like a trail mix, and I love to have this as a snack. So love that. I got 2 different ice creams, drumstick minis and Oreo minis. So super excited about that. I got some turkey. I also got these 2 that I'm going to be trying. They're the Mush 15 grams of protein peanut butter banana and vanilla bean. These are overnight oats, and I like them because they're already made, and that's like just like easier for me to step out and eat one of these. I also got this Vita Coco Treats frosted lemonade. It does say coconut milk, so I'm hoping it's not coconut water because I don't like coconut water. It tastes nasty to me. I got some mini Cokes. Again, I hate the zero. I hate the diet. So whenever I have a Coke, I just have a mini Coke, okay? So that's how I restrict myself. I bought some whipped cream. No, it's not whipped cream. I got some whipped cream cheese. I love to put this on like sandwiches and stuff like that. I got some eggs. And one of the tips that I saw someone do that blow my mind is that I like to take my eggs out of here, and now I cut this off and I keep it on the little plastic thing, so then I know until when these eggs are good. And then I got some cleaner stuff. I kind of want to go back to liquids, so I got my dish soap to be liquid because I think it might do a better job than the pod. Then I got me some Red Bulls. I love the yellow tropical Red Bull, the best. It's like the passion fruit one, the best. And I personally, when I go out, I don't like to drink. Because of that, most of the time, I'm okay with just having a Red Bull, and this is like my sweet treat. Instead of like drinking, just drink a Red Bull, and then I waste all my energy while I'm out and about. I got some Snapple, and then I got some fruits for snacks. I got some huge strawberries, banana. I got some grapes as well, and then I got some cornflakes because I ran out of it. So basically, I decided to go to Target after I was done with, you know, my new friend, which I'm so excited for. And I basically did my whole grocery shopping. And when I get, thank God, okay. This day is just chaotic. It's just one of those days where things keep going wrong and you're just like, okay. I get an Uber, and I already have like a way of doing this. I usually, when I'm grocery shopping, I do a lot of grocery shopping because I don't usually go grocery shopping very often because I don't have a car. So I basically always do a big grocery run. Because of that, I already have a method in which I get like an Uber XL. I let them know that I will need their trunk. So that's how I've been doing it, and it's been successful. Now, obviously, if you're an Uber, you're trying to provide the best service because you want to get tipped and you are just providing a service, right? Like that's your job. So basically, I get an Uber XL. I see it's a Toyota Highlander, so it's a big car. I'm like, perfect. So what I need, I text the driver and I'm like, hi, I am going to have groceries. Just letting you know that I will be using your trunk because I don't want people having things in their trunk, which is their car. And if I get there and I have things, I want them to know that I'm going to use it. So I basically go, I step in Atlanta. This week has been like absolutely ridiculous. Like it's been me like crazy. Oh, did I already have one? Oh, that was bad. Okay, yeah, that was bad. So basically, I do all the steps as I should. I let her know that I have groceries. I order my Uber as I'm checking out. I see the driver pulling up in their car, and basically, I'm like, okay, great. And I see that they pull up on the other side of the street. Mind you, it's like raining, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, sure, you know what, whatever, like I'll figure it out. I'll get wet and I'll put the things in the trunk, whatever. They open on the trunk, so to me that's a big sign of like, you are getting the things here, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I mean, who am I? You know, I was just in the rush of the moment. So all the seats are up, so the space I have on the trunk is very small. I'm like, oh, okay. I start putting the things in there. Mind you, it's raining, I'm trying to do it fast, and I don't have a lot of space to work with. But I'm like, it's gonna be fine. Right. So I was like, okay. 1 second. So I put everything in there. I try to close it up, and I'm like, okay, perfect. Now, obviously it's like not a lot of space, so things are like leaning on the door because there wasn't a lot of space. And the driver never told me, oh, you can move the seat down or anything like that, and I didn't want to assume that because it's their car. We like drive for like literally like 2 minutes because it's not that I'm far from home, it's just that like I could not carry all of this. The driver parks outside of the building on the street. It's raining, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you saw me with all these bags, right? I had a full cart. Why are you stopping in the middle of the street? No questions. They really like just put the car on park. And I was like, what? So basically I tell the driver like, hey, could you please like get into the parking garage? There's carts over there and like I'm able to, you know, leave everything in there. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. So they get in there, whatever, and before I'm even out of the car, I'm trying to let them know to please not open the trunk because they, that my things are gonna drop because I didn't have a lot of space, right? So I'm telling them, oh, please do not open the trunk yet. I'm gonna go get the cart. They open the trunk and all the things fall off. And I bought a couple things for my bathroom and they literally broke. Like, I was, what? At some point, I understand that they were just opening their trunk so I could get the things out. So like, I can't be mad about it, but it's like, what pissed me off was that after that happened, this person did not get out of their car. They obviously heard things, a lot of things dropping and things literally broke. So it was not like they got out of the car being like, oh, what happened? I can like, you know, pay you for it. How much was this? Or anything like that. They literally just like stayed in there and like, that was it. And I was like, that is so incredibly rude. And I was like, I've done nothing but be nice and kind and like, you know. So at this point, I'm extremely pissed off. I'm trying to get all the things into the elevator and just trying to get things figured out. So that is my story time of how it was my way back home. Honestly, like, I do not understand, like, the problem of this driver. I was not mean or anything like that. It was literally a 2-minute ride. It was a quick, easy ride, and it just became an absolute disaster. Now that all of this is done, oh, my bag's in here. I'm just gonna be putting all this stuff away and I'm just going to relax and sit down for the rest of the afternoon, evening. I have about like an hour and a half before all my friends come in and we have to go do karaoke at like 9 p.m. So I think they're gonna be here in like an hour and I still have to get ready for that. So I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm just going to try to decompress for my whole day. I woke up super sore and like I did a foundations class, which is like the most basic. They teach you how to use the reformers, that basic. And I was like struggling so bad because I was so sore. So I'll get things settled and then we'll be getting ready to head out for the night.